The description about the class, information about the class that under test. What is the class name? Is adder. What is the method name? Is add base type integer from here. And what is the specifier? The specifier of this method is private. And what are the parameters we receive to this method? We'll have two integers, two parameters, and then the return type. What is the return type of this method? It is integer. So then I have to describe the parameters, these two parameters. While these two is integer, then I will create parameter 1 or parameter 0, it's integer dot type, and parameter 1 integer dot type. Then here I will list my test cases. My first test case, maximum value of integer and maximum value of integer for input 2. And here I can add any values. If I want to change the values here, 1, then I will add the input 1. So after that I have to save. Then if I want to run this one, so I just type the previous instruction, Java LoaderManager, read my test cases and the description about the testing from this file, and save the output to output number 1. If I saved output to output number 2, so then press enter, it will be run, and then it will save my output in output number 2. Alright, so if we want, let's say this file, this is another file, fadder. The previous file here, fadel, which is have only 4 test cases. And fadder here, if you open fadder, so it will be 64 test cases. 64 test cases. So if I want to run all the 64 test cases, I just need to write the same instruction. And instead of fadder, so I will write the file name fadder. Then I will save my output in output 3. So it will call that file and it will run, execute all these test cases. If you have 1000 of test cases, so it will call all the 1000 test cases and run them and give you the output. This is test automation. So after finish testing all or execute all the test cases, will produce the output or test log that can be used for to check whether the output similar to the expected output or no. Some of the test cases will show some of errors. Some of test cases will show some of errors. Maybe you have to investigate why these errors appeared. You can see here there is output number 3. We'll have from test case number 1 and test case number 65. Alright, so now I want you to do text calculation to test this one. So let's say I have this class. So I want to test this method, which will contains of 3 inputs: boolean, double, and age double, salary also double. And it will have all these decisions here. How to test this one? By creating a fault file for that. So let's say I have already opened this one fadel. So bring fadel here. Okay, so this file should be saved as, I will change CB my, as a student you have to write it in your student ID, so I will recognize later when you submit your assignment you have to save all your documents on your student ID. So this one CB1111, then to save it select all files and then put .flt. So now you can see here when I save, it will be appear here CB and the type is FLT. All right. So let's modify this file. So what is the file, the class information for this one? The class is text calculation. The method under test text cal. What is the specifier type? Public. How many parameter will receive? 3. What is the type of return? Double. Right? Type of return is double here. And 3 parameters. Here I have a 3 parameters, not only 2. So Control C, Control V. Here I will have parameter number 1, 2, and parameter number 3. The first parameter is Boolean, okay, capital L, and this one it is double, capital D, as well as this one will be double. All right, so I will save. Now, until now, I give a correct description about the system under test or component under test. Now, here I have to fill up the test list. So this one is my test cases. Test case 0, which contains, it's supposed to have how many inputs? 3. So I should have 3 inputs, not only 2 inputs. So here the first input, this one is Boolean, this one is double, and this one is double. So let's say Boolean, what is whether true or false? True. And here you have to give value for the range of salary. Maybe you have 999. Let's say 99. Where is it? 9999. Let me close this one. Then here the input, here that one is the supposed to be the second input is age. So this one is, let's say, 45, and this one is the salary, input salary. He has this salary. You can see this one supposed to be input number 2. So you have to copy all these test cases. Now I will change only the input here. Now maybe I'll try 10,000 with age 40. What will happen? This one not true, like this. And then here same, but the age is 50. And then here also true, maybe. And this one will try with false. What will be the output? And this one is also true. And maybe I'll change this one to become only 900 salary with that age. Then I have to save this file. Now if I want to run, I just need to call, what is the fault file name? The fault file name is CB12345, and then I will save my output in output number 100. can see here it will call that file and it will test this tax calculation. It will show you what is the tax calculation will be. So 300 here, and this one 600, and so on. All right. So that's how can we use this tool, test automation, to help us do a testing. Thank you. So please remember how to use this tool. During assignment 2, I will give you some case studies, and then you will use this tool to submit your results. Thank you very much, and see you next time.